Well, Denver popular e-bike rebate program is now launching another round of applications starting today. 9 News reporter John Glasgow joining us live now from Wash Park. And John, this isn't just fun and games for a lot of people. Some people are actually starting to replace their cars with these e-bikes.
Yeah, with the high price of fuel right now and also the car market being really expensive, hundreds of people are turning to these e-bikes instead. They're turning in their cars for 2 wheels, and it won't be long before you see a lot more of them are here in city parks as well as on the pathways all throughout the city. So these e-bikes, they are designed to be used like commuter vehicles. They have everything from headlights to taillights to anti-theft devices. E-bikes are also pretty quick too. They can travel up to 25 miles an hour, which would help get around the city streets. At Fatty Bikes, the staff says that they have sold 100 e-bikes since the inception of the city's new rebate program. So under the rebate program, you can get a minimum of $400 off, and you can also get a cargo bike too. That could save you another $900. So some people are saving upwards of $1,700.
It's making the bikes more accessible for people. Folks who've heard about them, are interested in them, but never thought they were within budget. And now it's essentially bringing it right to their doorstep. The city's giving away free money.
That is free money, and right now, this morning, the city's going to open up another 2,000 applications for the e-bike rebates. Half of them are going to go to income-qualified residents. But Jordan, there's going to be some more opportunity to get in on these rebates as the city plans to release more rebates throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, you know, John, it's really interesting to hear that people have this opportunity. I'm curious to know, though, how many people have actually purchased e-bikes using this new city rebate?
It's a good question. In fact, on the city website, you can sign up for email updates. There's about 5,000 people that have signed up for that. However, Denver saw 3,000 people apply for the first round of e-bike rebates released back in April. Now, of those, only 848 have been redeemed. So there's still some opportunity for you to get in on those current rebates and then the ones that are also going to be released today. All
right, a perfect opportunity for anybody who would like one. John, thank you so much. We'll check back in with you a little bit later in the morning. And this morning, we're asking if you would buy an e-bike. You can answer yes, no, already have one. Our poll live right now, 9news.com/vote now. Well, it is being dubbed the world's first national electric bike show, and it's landing in Denver in 2023. Park City-based Lost Paddle announced they are hosting an e-bike trade, consumer, and networking show. This all according to our partners at the Denver Gazette. It's happening next June at the Convention Center. The show's director says Colorado was chosen because we actually have the nation's best e-bike rebate program.
That's exciting. Also happening this morning, Governor Polis, along with other local leaders, will be in Evergreen to discuss ways that the state continues to prepare for and reduce wildfire risk. It includes support for forest health and wildfire mitigation efforts statewide and the Colorado Strategic Wildfire Action Program. And recently, Colorado has seen a nearly year-round fire season, and the governor has stepped up to provide resources to first responders and communities. The event starts at 10:30 this morning.
And looking ahead to tomorrow, if you live or work in Boulder County, you'll start seeing a lot of road construction. Crews are starting their yearly paving work. They'll be working on roads between 6:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon. Every Monday to Thursday, the county expects that to last through August. And their first stop will be 79th Street between Colorado Highway 52 and Niwot Road. They expect most areas to take about a week. Well, DIA just received part of the single largest airport grant in the country. The $60 million grant was part of the nearly $1 billion the FAA is awarding to 85 airports. The program was created under the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill signed last November. And according to our partners at the Denver Business Journal, the money will be put toward upgrading the baggage system there. Just this week, though, DIA raised parking rates, which they said was to maintain those operations around the airport.
This morning, a 3-year-old girl in Decano is dead after a driver hit her. That happened around 8 o'clock last night on Sherman Drive. Police say someone in that area and an officer tried to save her with CPR, but she died in the hospital. Police say that the driver stayed on the scene and is cooperating with police as they look into what exactly happened.
Vail police are trying to learn more about a body found in Gore Creek. Police say the woman was 40 years old, not from the area. Crews found her body yesterday morning near the East Vail Park and Ride lot at Bighorn Road. They're asking if you know anything to call Vail police.
President Biden said that he is considering declaring a public health emergency to help women get access to abortion. He says the emergency would free up some federal resources to help with that. He says he doesn't have the power to allow states banning abortion to allow it, but he does have a goal.
So my ultimate goal is to reinstate Roe v. Wade as a national law by passing it in the United States Congress, and I'll sign it the moment that happens.
White House officials have questioned both its legality and effectiveness of a public health emergency and say it would almost certainly face legal challenges. And on Tuesday, House Democrats will consider votes on abortion rights measures when the chamber comes back from recess. The possible votes would only be purely symbolic, though, because they won't be able to get the 10 Republican votes needed to pass the Senate.